Hello everyone. In this video we're gonna talk about perception system. We're gonna make our animals to see a player and if they see him run away from it. Also, I'm sorry for some mistakes that I made or a long time of thinking about something because I haven't worked with AI for a lot of time, something like half of a year, and it's hard for me to remember everything. But I will try to do it on a go. So let's start. And first we have to add some perceptions to our animals. But in my case, every animal will have a perception system. So let's open BP animal parent and add a component. Let's add an AI perception. Here it is. So after adding it, we have a perception, a senses config for our AI. So let's add at least one. Select here site config because we're gonna add site by default and close animal, not close, but now we wanna change it in child because different animals may have different configurations of site. So site config for a deer, let's open it up and now let's watch through this and implementation is blueprint of site. Site radius is how far our animal can see. So now it is 3000. Loose sight radius is when an animal, or not an animal, but an AI or any other actor will lose an enemy or someone uh, whom he sees. What does it mean? For example, you walked into 3000 radius and an animal saw you. After he saw you, you cannot just move on 3001 radius. You need to run away on 3500 distance from it so that it will lose you. That I will leave it by default. Peripheral visual half angle degrees is I think that it is understandable and it means that for example my animal will see on half of a sphere of it. Maybe I will decrease it to 80 degrees so it will look like a cone. Next, detection by affiliation. Here we can define if we detect only enemies, neutrals, or friendlies. We will try to implement this feature, but I'm not sure that we will be able. Okay, next, auto success range from last seen location. To be honest, I don't remember what it means, and everything else from here, I think that we will not need it. So, what do we need next? Now we have a perception system and we have some events here, like on perception updated, on target perception updated, and etc. With these events, we will be able to define whether our animal has seen someone. And I don't remember, but we should define some interface, mm, mm, team, generic team agent interface, if I'm correct. And generic team agent interface, but I don't remember. It doesn't have any parameters, by the way. So if I remember correctly, it was needed to be able to define whether we are watching on friend or whether we are watching on an enemy. But okay, not now. So now let's debug our perception system. So let's start project. Here are our animals. Um, okay, I finally found the key to open this debug. In your case, it may be apostrophe key. In my case, it was, I don't even know how it's called. So now here on top left corner, you can see what we are debugging. We would like to debug perception, so let's type 5 on the numpad. Maybe it will work even on a not numpad keyboard, and perception system. And check whether... No, they don't see us. I will disable 1, 2, and disable smart objects. Okay, here is their site. Here is where they can look at. As you can see, half of a sphere of their site, but it's hid a little bit. Okay, it doesn't see me. So let's check why. Let's open our animal parent. And yes, it doesn't see us because I should mark to detect both enemies, neutrals, and friendlies. Okay, by the way, every sense here should be toggled on. And we've implemented some interface, not in class defaults, yes, generic team interface. And from a character, I would also like to delete this. And now I would like to test it out. And I will enable everything. Now, as you can see, this tag sees me. It can see me. And when I'm moving out of its radius, it shows last seen location. And now he see me, and now I'm leaving 3000 radius, and he will only stop seeing me when I will leave 350 radius. That's how it works. Also, I think that for game reasons, I would like to decrease this from 80 to 75, and I think that for deers, I will decrease sight radius to 250 and to 70. Now, what we're gonna do next, we're gonna open our BP animal parent here, and it our perception system has some events. It has on perception updated, it has but what we need is on target perception updated and on target info updated, but it will be later. So using this event, we can handle what our NPC sees. Stimulus is a, a sense through which he detected our target, whether it was a site or it heard us. So now what we should do, we should somehow handle this perception updated. But I think that we're not gonna do it on BP animal parent class. We should do it on some component, and it will have some parameters how to behave when an animal detects, for example, player. For example, we need to do this because when, for example, dog detects player, it should run away. But if wolf detects player, it should attack. So let's add a new folder and call it components, and create a new blueprint class, actor component, and call it BP perception handler. Let's open it up. Also, let's save all so that it will not be deleted. if Unreal will crash. So what is going next? We're gonna get an owner of this component and cast it to bp animal parent and promote it to variable animal. Next, we're gonna get a perception component from this animal. So let's get a perception, get AI perception. And we need to bind some event on target info update, target updated. So bind event on target perception updated. Let's create event and call it and create a matching event. Call it handle perception event. Now just event handle perception. Event handle perception. Like this. What we're gonna do next, we're gonna check what was the perception that we have updated. If we're gonna break a stimulus, we're gonna find an age, how long this perception is working, strengths, location, and etc. But we need to check what is a class. Get a class of a stimulus. So we're gonna get sense class for stimulus and check if it was site. I think that it's the second one, AI site config. And if it is true, then we're gonna do something. I don't know what we're gonna do next. So how I want to work my animal? If if it has detected my player, then what it's gonna do? Some question mark above its head should appear, like you wanna wonder whom he detected, and after some time, it should run away. So here we gonna create a new function, handle site perception, and let's call this function right here. If it is true, handle site perception. It should have a parameter like actor that was detected. Input actor de detected, and it is going to be an actor. Object reference, actor detected, object reference, and it should have our stimulus structure. Stimulus, AI stimulus. So now let's call it out. So actor detected is going to be our actor, and stimulus is going to be our stimulus. Next, what we need to do is we need to change our first. Let's add this component to our animal parent. Let's add bp perception handler here. And what should it have? It should have some configuration. We should know uh, which actors we are scared of. So for example, if DAO will see a rabbit, for example, it should not run away. It should only run away if it sees our character or any other character like NPC character, or if it will see a wolf, or and etc. and so on and so on. So our BP perception handler should have some variable, and let's call it run away. No, let's call it enemy actors, and it is gonna be an actor class references array. Let's make it an array, and let's open a DAO, select perception handler, and add BP main character here. For example, for now it will be only BP main character. Okay, next let's add a new enumeration, and call it e animal or just e AI behavior, and it is gonna be idle, attack, run away, and that's all for now. So every time our perception will be updated here, if we will mention that, if we will find out that actor detected is an enemy actor, then our behavior will be changed. So let's create a new variable and call it behavior, and let's make it of type eAI behavior, and it's gonna be a single object. And now let's finish here. So let's check. Let's get an actor detected class. Get class. We're getting class of an actor, and check if enemy actors. Also, let's make it a set and check if enemy actors contains our get class. If it is so, then we should change our behavior to run away, but we don't know or to run away from whom. So let's create a new structure and decorate our behavior. So it will be as AI behavior, and it will have behavior by itself, e behavior, e AI behavior. It's better to work with structs here because in future it may be we may add more logic and it will be easier to add it into struct that has already been created, rather creating a struct when this perception handler will be a big component. So we have a behavior and we need to know who has instigated these changes. So let's call instigator, and it is gonna be an actor. Okay, and so here we're gonna create a new variable, call it behavior config of type as I don't remember how we called it, AI behavior as AI behavior. So now if it contains this class, then we're setting a behavior from idle to run away. Okay, maybe just not in enemy actors. Let's call them runaway actors. Runaway actors. Then we're setting behavior to run away, and we're setting a behavior config. Let's just split it. And run behavior is gonna be this one, And behavior config instigator is gonna be an actor that was detected, so that we will know the direction to which we're gonna run. Because, for example, if dir will detect a player, it should not run to a player. It should not just run to a random location. We have to choose a location far from a player. So that's it. And now we also have to know for how long do we know about a player. So we should add a new AI behavior enumeration and call it not run away, but some state between attacking or running away, like with a question mark. It's gonna be interrupted maybe, or something else. I'm not sure. So what we gonna do? We're not gonna set a runaway behavior by default. We're gonna break our stimulus and watch an age of this stimulus. So let's check if an age is, let's create a new variable. For how long does, what is the limit? Or for how long should our animal to wonder what did it see? And interruption time. And it is going to be some float value. And by default, it should be, for example, 5 seconds. So if an age is greater than this interruption time already, let's hide any unconnected pins, then we're gonna run away. If true, we're gonna run away. In other case, what we need to do, we need to make another behavior. If false, we're gonna not run away, but we're gonna be interrupted. And the instigator will stay the same. Now, that's all for this perception handler for now. Now we should change our uh, behavior tree. So let's call this sequence like roaming around. And I will comment it and call it roaming also here. Show bubble and group movement. Okay. What should we do next? We need to add a new sequence and call it interest interruption, and we should call it interruption. What we're gonna do in this case? In this case, our animal should rotate to face someone who interrupted it. So let's create a new task, a blueprint base on BT tasks and call it BT task rotate, uh, or not just rotate maybe, okay, rotate to face, okay, we will rotate to face some actor. So let's create an event. I already don't remember how it is called. Event execute AI, and let's create a finish execute. What do we need to know? We need to know where we need to rotate, whom have we seen. So we need to pass some variable to our task, and it should be an actor. But we cannot just create a variable. Okay, we will decide now. So let's create. We have rotate to face, actor to face will be called. our new variable will be called of type actor. Actor. Oh, ac actor. Okay, finally, yes. Also making it public. And now rotate to face. And we can select an actor, but we can select only an actor from our current scene. But we have to provide it somehow because it may see some other actor. So it should not be an actor to face. It should be something from our blackboard. It should be our blackboard key selector. It should be some variable that is provided to our blackboard that can be changed. So let's create a new variable here, new key of type object. And let's call it, I don't know, interruption actor. Okay, and key and the base class is gonna be an actor. Okay, and now back to behavior tree. Now we can select an actor to face, an interruption actor. And let's create this task. So what do we need to do? We need to rotate our pawn. We need to rotate it smoothly, I think. Mm, Okay, first let's get an actor. So we're getting an actor to face and get blackboard value as actor. So we can call this function from our blackboard key selector. Here we will have an actor. Next, we need to focus on, I don't know how this will work, by the way. Let's check how focus gonna work, and success. For now it's fine. And to check it, we need to set some interruption actor value. We don't have any value right now. But for test purposes, let's get an actor of class. Let's get an actor of class main character. Here, BP main character. And we will try to set focus on it. And also, this will be only thing to run. So let's try it out. I don't know how focusing works. No, it doesn't work. Okay, that's fine. So, so what we're gonna do next is changing a rotation of our actor. So, what do we need to do? We need to find a rotation. We need to get control pawn and set rotation. Set actor rotation to some new value. And next we're gonna finish execution, right? All right. Okay. What's gonna be our new rotation? We need to reinterp from I'm not sure, because after this we're gonna call, no, that's fine. um, let's open it back. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna reinterp from our current rotation to rotation to face player. So let's get current pawn rotation, get actor rotation. This is gonna be current rotation, and we gonna rotate to face our actor. So we're gonna get actor location, get actor location, and get actor to face, actor location. And what do we need to do? We need to rotation to face, oh no, face, rotation, find look at rotation. Okay, and start is going to be an actor location, and target is going to be a face actor to face location. And this is going to be a target location, target rotation, I mean. Delta time is going to be world delta seconds, so it will depend on our frame rate, and the turf speed is going to be 1, so it should be smooth enough. So now, when an animal will see us, it should rotate to face us. Let's check. By the way, it has been rotated somewhere else. Why it doesn't work? I got out of their site. Okay, confirm get blockbird value is actor has failed. Oh, of course, we don't have an actor to face. That's why it works incorrectly. So let's connect roaming around back. And what do we need to do? We need to set this Blackboard key somehow, but it can be updated in our DAO. For example, when it will see someone. And to do that, services comes to help. So let's create a new service. So let's create a new service, and also we should add a new variable into our Blackboard key. Not only interruption actor, but we're gonna add a current behavior. So we're gonna add behavior enum, and enum type is gonna be EAI behavior. And we gonna roam around only when our behavior is idle. So we need to add some decorator, and it should be just some condition. Okay, it should be a blackbird at first. Not a set. Sorry, I don't remember. Loop keeping on. Mhm, mhm. I think that we have to create our new decorator, and let's create a new decorator here from blueprint base, and it will be called BT decorator. Behavior is equal. And here we should, I don't remember if we should, if it is an event. Um, and finish, exit, and event receive finish. No, not event. Um, finish, not recording. Event. Oh, we don't need an event here. I missing with tasks and services and decorators. So we have to override the function, and we have to call perform condition check AI. So what we're gonna do here? It should have a variable. Also, it should be a behavior, and it should be a no, it should be a blackboard key selector. Next, we should add a new variable equal to, and it is gonna be a type of EAI behavior. Which one of them? I'm not sure. I think that's this one. Yes. So here we're gonna get a behavior value as get value as enum, and check if it is equal. No, not like this. We're gonna check equal to and check if it is equal to numeric before must be converted to numeric type before being connected. Okay, can we get some raw value, or maybe it should be changed in num components AI behavior. Okay, if it's gonna be a bit mask, no. Okay, okay, not equal. Okay, how it can be converted to? No, we're gonna make EAI behavior. We need to byte to enum EAI behavior, not this one. EAI behavior byte to enum EAI behavior, like this, and then we can check if they are equal. Also, I've bitmask flags. I don't need them, I think. Okay, and if they are equal, we return in true. That is how it is gonna look like. So let's open back behavior tree and add this decorator here. Behavior tree is equal. And behavior is gonna be a behavior, and also we should make equal to also public, and it should be idle. So we're doing this only if it is idle. But if we're doing something from here and it is not idle, we should stop. So we should no, not was. We should on observer aboards we should stop self. Okay. Okay. And then it will go back to selector and it will select in another selection. For example, interruption. So here interruption is gonna happen only if a decorator. So also we're gonna check a behavior only if a behavior is equal to interrupted. So if it is interrupted, then we're gonna rotate to face. But how do we know about these behaviors and the actor that has interrupted us? Because a blackboard here just have a type but don't have any values right now. So that's why we have to create a service. So let's create a new service, BT service, blueprint based service, and call it BT service animal behavior. Okay, and service is something that will update our information, our Blackboard key, and it has few events like receives activation, deactivation. We will have to add search start. This event will happen when every line will be executed. For example, when our selector will start to search what he should do, this or this, it is a search. So for every of search, it will be called. Also, which events we have here? We have activation AI, tick. Tick is the same as tick. Activation is the same as activation. No, okay, it means what it is here when this service is activated. And which events do we have also? You receive activation, receive tick. Okay, I think that's all we need. Also, let's open class defaults. And here we have an interval. What's gonna happen here? We will not need this event. No, we will need tick event. We will need event tick, event receive tick AI. What we're gonna do here? We're gonna read an owner of our BT animal base, check its components that we've created, and read current behavior. So every tick we're gonna no on receive activation AI we're gonna get control pawn, cast it to BP animal parent, and promote it to variable. Call it animal. Next we're gonna get component by class, and it is gonna be perception BP perception handler and also promote it to variable. Call it perception handler. And every tick we gonna get our perception handler and get current behavior and set blackboard value as enum. So what is gonna be a key? It's gonna be a variable. Uh, behavior key, and it is gonna be a blackboard key selector. It should be public. So it's gonna be key, and the value is gonna be behavior. That's first. Next, we're gonna set an instigator. So we will also need to have an interruption. I don't think that we need an interruption, by the way, just an instigator actor like this. And here we're gonna add an instigator actor key. And it is also gonna be a Blackboard key selector, also public. And we're gonna set it. We're gonna get our perception handler again and get behavior config split, not promoting but splitting it. And here we have an instigator for current behavior. So we're gonna set an instigator to instigator actor key. We're gonna get key and set object, maybe we set instigator actor key, like, oh, not this, set value as object. Yes, we have to set value as object, and an object is gonna be our instigator, like this. And that's all. We can close this now. And now we have to add this service somewhere where it will run. It will run on this selector. So let's add service, and it's gonna be our BT service animal behavior. Let's select it. And here we have to provide our behavior key is behavior and instigator key instigator. Also, here we have an interval of tick. It is half of a second and with random deviation, so it will be also from 0.4 to 0.6. I think that it should be 0.3, something like this will be fine. And also call tick on search start, so that sometimes some situation can happen that we will go to root, go to selector, and it will try to find some, uh, it will try to search what it should do, but service will not tick yet. But checking this out, we can ensure that that this service will make a tick until we will select something. So now I think that when some dough will see us, it will be rotated. Oh, it doesn't see me, or no, it sees me. And age is 0. Oh, okay, age is 0 and it sees me. Um, so what doesn't work here? We're checking if our behavior is interrupted, and we're rotating to face. So let's print in our service, print a behavior. What is current behavior? Set blackboard value, access none, trying to read property character. Okay, access none, and trying to read property perception handler. Okay, it was enabled to, to read perception handler. Did I edit? Yes, I've added it, BP perception handler. Also, on on our service, we're casting to animal parents, so we don't need to get component by class. We can just get pers perception, get BP perception handler and promote it to variable. On receive activation, maybe this event is not called. Receive tick, receive activation AI, event, receive activation. Hmm. Now let's test it again. No, they should see us, but they don't. Access none trying to read structure. Access none trying to read property perception handler. Okay, by the way, it cannot read perception handler property that I'm defining here. Why? Also, let's make an interruption to abort self. But why we cannot read it here? Oh, I think that we can read it here, but by default, component is not set it up on first call, and we receive this error. But as I see on though I have forgot to add runaway actors, so I will add one and call it BP main character. And maybe now it will print me something. No. Okay, finally, um, my prints stopped working. Stops working every time when I'm debugging an AI. I don't know why this happens, but I just restarted the project and now everything works. I mean, prints are working, and it prints as idle. So our DAO is in idle animation every time. So the problem is in perception handler. So let's open it up. And it seems like handle side perception is working incorrectly. Let's check if this function is even called. So I'm gonna print it. Also, I'm gonna remove all prints from my, where is it? On from my service. I'm gonna remove these prints for now. And no, this function is not called. So in BP perception handler, this event or this function is not called. So what is the problem here? Let's check if the problem is in branch. If branch is returning us false here. Yes, and branch is returning false. So it should be not a site config, it should be AI sense site. And now it doesn't print us the string. Now let's check if an animal will rotate to face us. No, it will not. Or yes, it will. Now, as we can see, it rotates to see us, and both of them are rotating to see us. But looks like they are not stopping movement. No, it stopped, but it rotates too slowly. So let's open our BT task rotate to face. And let's decrease this interrupt speed to 0.1, or it should be increased to, for example, 5. So it will rotate faster. Oh, it looks very strange. Hmm. So maybe I'm wrong with interrupt speed. Okay, I increase the speed. I think that it should be fine on 5. 5 should increase the speed of rotation, but let's check it on a 0.1. How it will rotate now. It rotates very slowly. Okay, maybe 2. No. Okay, maybe I will set just a rotation to look at an actor, or I will not reinterpret like this. I will interpolate it by just by. I will not reinterp. I will lerp it. I will lerp it with the shortest part to find look with alpha 0.5 every time. So let's see how it will work now. Okay, by the way, it doesn't, it's not stopping the movement. So if behavior is equal to idle here, it should stop both this and this. Now let's test it again. I don't know what's wrong with this rotation. Oh, I think that rotate to face, calling this every time, maybe just manually setting this rotation is enough for that. Is it? What happens? What just happened? By the way, we should change only that rotation. We should not change X and Y rotation. Maybe that's the problem. Let's set new rotation. Like we should on check take Z from this and X and Y from this. Okay, it works correctly for this one, but it works incorrectly for removing deer because it is oriented to movement. No, it's still even for staying deer it works strange. Lerp this to this with alpha 0.5. I don't know why it dances like this. And yes, it is gonna be like this, but we should lerp not by Z, but we should lerp rotator. Lerp rotator by shortest part and alpha 0.5. Split this and this one Z goes here and break this rotation. No, 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 not like this. Break rotator and X and Y goes here. Okay, watch on me. Okay, now it watches on me. Okay, that looks better. Also, also, we have a rotate to face, but we should not call it every time here. We should call it once. It will rotate to face us, and then it will not. Oh no, it will rotate. Then it should play some animation. It should play some animation like wandering. So let's open animations for these animals. Animal variety pack, deer animation. We have hit, rest, chew, breathe. And we had a look around, but maybe we have one more. No, we don't have. So we have such animation. Look around. I will just cut this part from this animation. Let's duplicate it and call anim montage interrupted. Select it move to needed frame like this. Remove every frame till this one, and remove every frame from this to this. So we have an animation with few frames, and its speed very fast. So let's make its rate scale to 0.2. And let's create an anim montage from this one. Anim montage interrupted. Oh, this is not gonna be AM interrupted. This is gonna be AS interrupted. And this is gonna be AM interrupted. So we're gonna play this montage. Also, let's increase its play rate a little bit. 1, 2. And as you can see, it's not looped. It goes right from this frame to this frame without returning back. So we need to add, open this montage, duplicate. Oh, can we duplicate it? No, we cannot duplicate it. We need to create an animation composite. So let's animation composite, dough, select dir dough, animation composite, interrupted. And here we go, add in an interrupted sequence or once, where, okay, like this, duplicate it, con, no, just add it once more, and play rate to -1. So here, how it will look like. And in montage, we're gonna use this composite and increase its play rate to 1.2. Okay, now here we're gonna rotate and play. We're gonna rotate to face, and after that, we gonna play this animation. So we need, I don't know if we have play, yeah, we have play animation, and we can select any montage interrupted and make it looping. So now he will rotate to face, and it should play an animation montage, but it will not because we don't have an animation slot in our animation blueprint. So let's open AI, animals, and ABP animal. We need to place, to select a place where our montage is gonna play. So let's left click here and type in slot, default slot. So a montage will play in this slot after like a motion before output pause. Now let's start and see. Will it work? Yeah. Now as you can see, it starts to search, to wonder what did he see, but it didn't rotate a lot because now this function, this BT task rotate to face is not. Also, let's make it non-blocking. Non-blocking means that we will be able to run next what we have here. And here we're gonna add wait. We're gonna wait for five for 3 seconds, for example. And now he mentioned us, and in 3 seconds it will rotate into our position a little bit more, and it is wandering. But as you can see in rotation, this alpha is too big, so let's make it 0, 0, I don't know if we need to lerp, by the way. Let's make it without lerp, just put z into here. And now, when it saw us, it faced us, and now it will momentarily rotate to see us. But I don't know how should we do this rotation, by the way, so that it will work fine. Let's. Hmm, I'm sorry, I'm not sure how to do it correctly. So let recombine. Let's use reinterp again. Reinterp to this goes here. World delta second. Interrupt speed to 1. Then split this and this Z goes into here. Did this one show us also? Okay, animation looks very strange, by the way. I don't know how can we make it not. Oh, I've selected. Oh, I thought I've selected a montage. Yeah, it should work fine. Or maybe we should play it once. We should not play it in a loop. We should not play it in a loop, and let's wait a little bit more, like 15 seconds, and rotate to face. We should make it a momental, our rotation. Here's how it looks like, because by the way, he will not go into this rotate to face. He will do it only once, then play an animation and wait until we will go to a next node, runaway node. Sorry for such a big amount of time that we've spent it on it. Let's comment it and call it interruption. And the last thing that we have to do is let's add some question mark to above head of an animal. So let's open BP animal parent viewport, and here we're gonna add a static mesh and call it something like state mesh. Move it a little bit up, and it may be a question, for example, question mark. Oh, that's too big. And I have this question mark from some of the packages that I've downloaded. You can create your own, or you can use a widget if you want, or model it by yourself. I don't think that it is very hard to create. Also, it should be hidden by default. And we're gonna have some function called, some event called custom event set interrupted state. Also, let's add a new one and call it set uh, danger state and set none state. We could have a none, but we will create it like this. It will be much faster. Now we've spent a lot of time on this. So let's get a static mesh and set static mesh here. On interrupted state, what we're gonna set this question mark. Question. Oh, I don't remember how. SM SM question mark. like this, and we it should and set hidden in game to false. Set hidden in game to false. Danger state will be added later, and set none state is gonna set hidden in game to true. New hidden true. And now back to behavior 3. One thing that we have to do, we have to add new task before all of these behaviors. And let's create a new task. It will be very simple, very fast. So let's call it bt task set state. Set state. So let's add an event execute AI and finish execute. So here we're gonna get control pawn, cast to bp animal parent, and call oh, okay, we should not have three functions here. Set we should add custom event set state. I forgot that we've already created um, behavior enumeration. So behavior and add behavior EAI behavior here. Next we're gonna switch on it, and on idle we're gonna set state mesh hidden, and on interrupted we should set this one. So now we just in our bt task set state we're gonna call this function set state, and a state is gonna be some variable. So we will just promote it to variable, call it behavior, make it public, and after that we're gonna finish execute with succession. That's all for this task. Let's close it. Let's open animal base and let's add this task called set state. And in this case it's gonna be idle. In this case it is gonna be interrupted. Now let's watch what will happen. Okay, this saw us. Oh no. Okay, let's open bp do and move this question mark to fit its head like this. Close it, and in animal parent it should be hidden in game. Yes, it is hidden in game, but it goes here on interruption state. Mm, okay, finally it works fine, but uh, I, our task here we have an abortion for both for every event here, but we have to open task move to a random location and add an event receive abort, and on this event we should stop movement, or how it can be called, we should disable movement. Now it is because this AI move 2 is not stopped. If we abort this task we have to add some event to show how it should be stopped. Stop movement, and abort the move control is currently performing. So now the abortion will work and it will stop when he will see us. So this is the SOAS. This deer SOAS, and let's wait until this one deer that's staying here will turn his head to our place. Oh, let's go to this deer. Okay, he saw us, he rotated to us, and now he's wandering. So that's it for this video. I will find out how to make it look better with the rotation, and we'll show it in the next video. Thanks for watching.